Chat, is Vex offensive in Liming Harbor, right? Oh, hey, oh, okay, here we go. Get it. Oh, that's up. Beautiful. Activity is always insanely lagging. Modifies Burning Maw into a single high damage slam of your hammer that creates 5 cyclones of flame. Consecration's second slam creates a cyclone flame as well. Jesus. What's the roll on it? Oh, that is so sexy. Who wouldn't want 18 mobility as a Titan? Essentially, guys, what this is going to do, it turns your Burning Maw into like a shutdown super of sorts. So I'm going to take a look at these exotics real quick, guys. So without these exotics, this is what Consecration looks like. Okay. This is also what your hammer does, right? Does the fire tornado. Of course, you could do things like spin to win, right? Now with this exotic on, this alters both Burning Maw and Consecration. Let's show the super real quick. It's one and done. We're gonna go compare the damage values here in just a moment to see how much it is. But it does almost like kind of like the Dead Messenger. It's got that 3 waves. It does like a Dead Messenger spread there, and then proceeds to pop that out. Again, it turned into a shutdown super. I don't know what the tracking capabilities are, but let's just see how much reach it has. Can you still spin? No, you could not spin. When you pop your super with that exotic, whether you're pressing your R1 attack, which is your light attack, or your R2 attack, which is your heavy attack, or whatever your keybinds are, it will launch it. It's got some reach, man. This is actually, this is wild. This alters this super substantially. But it does have a limit to how far it will go. So same exactly with Consecration, except Consecration only does 1, right? But it's a melee, right? Now it still does that wave. Now, let me actually look at it real quick. If I took the exotic off. Okay, so it's still the same amount of wave. I couldn't remember if that was the same or not. It looked like it was a little bit wider. All it does is that it will spark this right here. Let me see if I put on Soul Invictus. Soul ability, Final Blows, Hammer, Soul Impact, and defeating scorched targets creates sunspots. Your abilities generate faster, and your sun super drains more slowly while standing in a sunspot. Let me just test something real quick. No, I'm sure if it got a kill, it would create the sunspot, but it's not a sunspot just on generation alone. It would have to get a kill. You still have a sunspot right here. Cross, see if it pops a bubble. That's what we're about to test right now. FX is gonna pop a bubble right here. Nope.
Oh, that's pretty underwhelming.
It is a bit underwhelming, isn't it?
Well, it's so little damage.
Actually, come out of the bubble. Come out of the bubble. Let me just.
Well, this is just gonna ignite me.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna launch it. I'm gonna launch it. I just want you to step in it whenever I've launched.
Yep.
Here's to see how much damage it does.
Oh, it does nothing hardly.
Yeah, it's not a lot of damage. Let me see about the super, okay?
It's better one shot.
Okay, that just tracked like mad to you.
Wonder if I can jump up and dodge it or whatnot. Lol.
Now that does a lot more damage.
There's also 3 of them.
It did seem to do 3 there, which was interesting. So, okay, there's the spread. Just step into one of them.
Yeah, it still does a good bit, but not a ton.
Regardless, though,
test it on a bubble. You just did that.
Yeah, well, I didn't trust the super. Pop the super real quick.
Yeah. There we go.
All right. I'm almost certain it's going to kill everything. You could pop other supers if you want.
Now, what about well, though? That's the only other one I'm really curious about.
Pop any other super at me. I'm trying to think of like resilience values. Pop a Sinnoh and block.
I have to like walk into it. It blocked it from
blocked it
anymore.
Wow. Okay. You got Antaeus wards?
Yeah.
See if you can deflect it at me.
No.
Doesn't look like it, chat. Doesn't look like it. Pop a Yeet Titan, go to the missile, and just try to kill me. Wow. All right, let me see if I can time that.
Yeah, it caught me.
We're trading.
I also landed.
Right. It seems like it's got like aggressive tracking.
Yeah, it's pretty quick to see how far I can.
I think you were outside of my range right there. And it's still tracking. Look, it's still running after you. Look. Okay, that's fantastic. So actually, put out a well. Let's try this. FX. Come right here. Actually, just pop it right here. I'm gonna see if it goes around the corner. No.
No, but the cyclone tracks, but the single one on me won't kill me.
Oh. It seems like it's doing a shit.
What if I'm standing like a little less?
Yeah. As long as I got some sort of visual on you. You remember when Burning Maw would track people around corners and everyone was mad about it? Mm-hmm. It seems like they were like, all right, just let it happen, but we're just gonna make it an exotic. So it's tracking the FX. This one got stuck. It can get stuck on walls. All right. Okay, I think I gotta go try this out in PvP. I mean PvE. There it is.
There it is.
332. That's me standing in the sunspot. 397,000. So right there, guys, the reason why that one escalated the damage is we went underneath them, opted with Sol Invictus. We got the sunspot spawned in, right? And the spot and applies scorch and whatnot. So let's try it now with Roaring Flames. Go track it. Roaring Flames times 3 still. 546. All right, that's what Roaring Flames times 3. Now, I want you to leave all that to begin this time, guys. We're gonna try something a little different. I wouldn't want to do this, but let's take off Consecration. Let's do Sol Invictus plus Roaring Flames. There we go. Got another ignition in there. All right. That's Sol Invictus and Roaring Flames together.
Decent.
Decent, chat. Decent. All right.
Does it beat Thunder Crash?
I'm so glad you brought that up because actually we have the receipts for this. You see, chat, you can go to our video where we test all the damage values. Hold on. Let's. Thunder Crash is 435,991 damage. Now that's no buildup. That's just yeet, one and done. So it actually does beat that with Roaring Flames, but it comes under that without Roaring Flames, with just Sol Invictus. So this is where things are going to get a little funky. We're going to now do this. We're going to swap the Synthoceps after we pop our super. Don't kill any ads, guys. I have no idea if this is going to work, but we're going to give it a go.
I don't know if that tracked to the thrall or what, but they all died right as he slammed. Just requires some hoops.
It does require some hoops. Now, loadouts are currently disabled, but whenever we get loadouts ready, then you can do this. Now, Syntheseps with Burning Maw, Roaring Flames ×3. This did 860,000 damage. So you're able to achieve that level of damage, but in a much shorter time frame. And, you know, to be honest with you, like, the only difficult part here is swapping exotics. But considering how many people are swapping exotics constantly, I don't know if it's really that big of a hoop to jump through. The big question that I have for Percussive Flames right here, we are only spawning in 3 Cyclones of Flame, chat. It's supposed to be 5. So I am under the assumption that maybe it's either A, it's either bug, therefore it should be doing a lot more damage, or B, they meant to say 3 Cyclones and they're just going to convert it to 3. If it is in fact 5, then yes, we're going to be knocking on the door of like 1,000,000 damage with the Syntheseps swap. Why not hit him with Consecration that's super with Synthos? Jesus, how many hoops do you want? That's just a lot. There's a lot happening.
Insane.
My God. So that actually, funny enough, we're obviously doing some stuff to like fudge the numbers a tad bit, right? By doing the exotic swap. However, when we look at our last damage sheets, everything is sitting around that, like nothing was breaking 1,000,000. But dude, that is the damage. That is the damage that you can do with this new exotic if you're willing to do the, you know, jump through the hoops. But I will say this, because it's a one and done, my issue with biotic enhancements for so long was like, you would have scenarios in which ads would die or they would step out of range, and biotic enhancements for a lengthier super that takes you a long time to get it completely out would go off, right? It would unproc. The beautiful thing about biotic enhancements and Roaring Flames with these new exotics, Pyro Gauntlets, is that it's one and done. So you just have to proc it just for that second. Even if you're on the last 4 or 5 seconds of Roaring Flames ×3, and you biotic enhancements, it's on its way out. If you do the quick swap, you're good, man. You get the damage done, and you can swap to your weapons to continue doing damage with your weapon. I think it's pretty solid, guys. You just gotta have the right boss. That being a boss that actually is, you know, on the ground. Now, I will say this, you know, there are ways that maybe I could have amplified damage in other ways. Like, what if I would have meleeed, you know, do a melee with, for instance, yeet? What if I did the thunderclap melee before I yeeted? So yeah, there are ways in which the numbers could have been elevated a little more. But because this exotic, you know, enhances both Consecration and Burning Maw, I felt like doing that combination would be a good combo. And I'm so glad one of you guys suggested it. I was just complaining the other day about how exotics, like Bungie just doesn't seem to like be bold anymore with exotic armor pieces especially. And then they roll out with this. So I'm genuinely impressed.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.